The Philadelphia Eagles
Yeah.
plucked Jalen Hurts when they already had Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Nobody thought,
Yeah.
what are you getting Jalen Hurts for? Nobody had them winning this many games. People
Right.
had them being good. We did.
Yeah.
But MVP, Super Bowl favorites,
Yeah.
going on 14 wins or something?
Yeah.
Like, you can do it without a star quarterback.
Well, yeah, but Jalen Hurts has become a star.
Right. So why can't you find a quarterback and turn him into a star?
Okay, it's not that easy. I think Robert Saleh doesn't want to wait another 2 years because he's built a defense that's pretty affordable and great now. Those receivers, those backs, Sauce Gardner, you're not paying him now. I think he wants a
I'm going
quarterback.
to ask a question the Jets fans do not want to hear. Do you have Saleh? Do you have trust in Saleh and the GM to find the next quarterback given they picked Zach Wilson?
I don't know. I would go with Garoppolo or Derek Carr. That's my opinion.
I don't think Jimmy G will want it, but JNC Consulting would be willing to jump on that grenade. Next up, the Packers and Dolphins. Big game Christmas Day. It's on Fox. Both teams looking to improve as we get closer to the playoffs. Earlier this week, Aaron Rodgers was asked about his thoughts on Tua. Here's what A-Raj said.
I enjoy the way that he plays. He plays on time. He throws the ball accurately. Does a nice job with his eye control for a young player. He's got obviously good pocket movement. He can extend plays. They've had a couple pretty incredible fourth quarter comebacks this year where he's been super efficient. You know, he has some great weapons, but been impressed with the way he plays. I like the way he handles himself, too. I think he handles himself with a lot of respect and class, and I think there's a lot to be said for that for a young player.
Oof.
He does. He's very good at the podium.
High praise.
Two is great at the podium. A+ at the podium. A+.
You know who's A+? Aaron Rodgers. Did you just hear that breakdown of Tua?
The scout.
That was impressive. Finally, Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame announced their 2023 candidates for the ballot. Some of the first-time nominees include Greg Popovich,
Hall of Famer.
Tony Parker.
Not sure.
Not sure. He was the NBA Finals MVP. Dirk Nowitzki.
Yes.
Pau Gasol.
Close.
Jeez.
Dwayne Wade.
And
yes.
Dwayne Wade.
Yeah. Pau Gasol.
Are you got to think about Pau Gasol and Tony Parker? First of all, everybody gets in the NBA Hall of Fame. Everybody. You denying Pau Gasol? By the way, if he doesn't come to L.A., how many rings does Kobe have?
If he didn't come to L.A., he's got no rings. Kobe'd still have some. Kobe'd still have 3.
Yeah, the ones where Shaq was the MVP.
Yeah, Kobe was pretty good, too.
Kobe's obviously good.
You think Pau Gasol's a slam dunk Hall of Famer? What are the numbers?
Well, first ballot, I don't know. I don't know how the ballots
You guys are being L.A. homers. When he was in Memphis, did you think Hall of Famer?
He was like 24 in Memphis. Come on.
Well, 24 years old, Jordan was leading the NBA, wasn't he, in scoring? At 24 years old, wasn't Steph and Durant and all these? LeBron was great at 21 years old.
You're talking about all-time top 10 guys in the history of the sport. Pau Gasol's a definite Hall of Famer.
If you take out the Lakers, Brandon Kobe, is Pau Gasol a Hall of Famer?
That's half his career, though. Come on. Are you serious right now? Pau Gasol?
What is Pau Gasol's? Peyton Manning gets in regardless of the team and the brand. Regardless. Peyton Manning's a Hall of Famer. Pau Gasol without the Lakers, Brandon Kobe. Does he win a title?
Whoa.
No.
Okay, so back to Tony Parker. His brand was Spurs.
Tony Parker, borderline. Tim Duncan, yes. Popovich, yes. David Robinson, yes. Folks, what kind of standard is this?
Hey, can we get Wes to clip this off, put it on social media? We need some sharks after
the Basketball Hall of Fame is different. They put everybody.
This
officials.
Yes.
Officials. I'm not joking. Officials have made the Basketball Hall of Fame. I'm just saying the Pau Gasol thing, if it was football, there'd be a lot of pushback. Football's much harder. They don't like Ray Guy is by far and away the best punter. My entire childhood, Ray Guy was talked about. It's the only punter in my life was talked about for a decade. Like for years in baseball, they don't let closers in. Closers get pushed back all the time.
All right.
Ronald Rivera didn't, but most closers get pushed back.
I mean, listen, this is all over the place. A punter, Mariano Rivera, Pau Gasol. I need to come up with a list of guys who are like in the Pau Gasol category. Okay. Listen, he's not Olajuwon. Okay, we got that. He's not David Robinson. But when you start looking at the next tier of centers, like I think Yao Ming is in the Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure. Like, Pau Gasol's got to get in there, Colin. Tony Parker, I would say, like 60-40 in. Pau Gasol's 80-20. He's lock it up.
All right. Oh, time out. International players. What did Pau Gasol?
Spain went to the gold medal game a bunch. They're always contending. Look at it. Tough Colin. This is glass half empty Colin. Hammering the Jets. Pau Gasol. I mean, goodness
I
gracious.
like Pau Gasol.
Yeah.
I thought he was a very good player. You guys have him out. You got him out. You're putting him in like
He's not Moses Malone. Obviously.
J-Mac with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
Have to go to Google and look it up. Maybe I'm fuzzy on that. It's getting to be that time again. The year's coming to an end. We're starting to make plans for 2023. Don't wait until next year to take care of your health. Basketball Hall of Fame. I've been to it twice, Springfield. It's cool. My daughter played a tournament there. It's cool. Yeah, I've been to the, yeah. But they do they're more liberal in their, in their hall. M-Drive supplements are formulated specific. +3 is the size. Off a humiliating loss, perhaps the most embarrassing of Belichick or Matt Patricia's career. Remember, this team has scored 99 points, 99 off turnovers, most in the league. The Patriots defense, 11 sacks over the last 3 games. They're starting to get consistent pressure, and their defense overall has been top 3 to 5 all year long. The Bengals trailed the Bucs 7-0 until Tampa imploded. They're on a 6-game winning streak as Cincinnati, but only one against a winning team. Cold, super windy, will limit the vertical passing game. Patriots in an ugly game where they control the line of scrimmage. 24-23 upset. By the way, Bengals a little dinged up on their defensive front.
Commanders at 49ers.
If you can buy half a point or a point, I would, but I'm going to take the Commanders +6.5. Liked it way more at 7.5, but here it is. They averaged 6.7 yards a play last weekend against the good Giants defense. Last 5 road games, 4-0-1. Strangely play better on the road. And since week 5, this is the league's best defense, and Chase Young returns. The Niners, a little beat up. Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, their top corner. Trevarius Ward's coming off a concussion. I think the Niners win, but Washington's defense with Chase Young is going to get pressure on Brock Purdy. There's now some tape on him. 26-23 Niners. It's ugly. It's close. Take the points.
Raiders at Steelers.
Steelers -2 at home to me is the play. You know, they've won 3 of 4. Their only loss was the Ravens close. And their defense, very, very strong. The story here is also beyond the defense. Kenny Pickett concussion protocol will return. Not thrown an interception in his last 5 starts. He's starting to get it. And he's 3-1 in his last 4 healthy starts. The Raiders' defense does not force you into turnovers at all, and the Steelers' defense does. In fact, the Raiders' defense is the only team allowing 100-plus passer ratings to quarterbacks all year. If it was 3, maybe I pass, but only -2. Pittsburgh's going to win it. I think it's close, 27-23.
Packers at Dolphins.
All the wise guys love the Packers. I do not. I think Miami coming home against a borderline playoff team is going to thrive. I love how they played against Buffalo in lousy weather. They had 405 yards, almost 190 rushing. It's their first home game since week 12, and they've been 5-1 at home. Tua, 5-0 at home this year with a passer rating almost 109. 5 of the 6 Packers wins this year. 2 have come against the Bears, 1 against the Rams, the Bucs, and the Patriots. This is a high-powered offense, and Green Bay's not. Do you realize Aaron Rodgers has been held under 200 yards passing in 2 of his last 3, and he's gone 18 consecutive games under 300 yards passing. This team isn't good enough to go on the road and beat a quality team, and I think Miami is. 27-20, Miami over Green Bay. Wise guys like the Packers. I do not. So I'm going to take the points with the Panthers, the Patriots, and the Commanders. And I'm going to take 2 home favorites. Steelers, a small number, -2. And the Dolphins, -3.5. I've said this. I believe the Miami loss was one of the best losses of the year. They held Stephon Diggs to nothing. Both of their star receivers had a scoring play. They dominate time of possession and run game. There are times you think all losses are bad. I think Miami flies home and